Rebel Without a Crew by Robert Rodriguez. It was written as the journal entries of Robert Rodriguez as he was making his movie El Mariachi. So it's a publication and a collection of his journals. So it's very personal, not very formal. It's not really a complicated style at all. It's just interesting to be in the mind of someone as good, in my opinion, as he is. Content, he talks a lot about being self-dependent, and basically he says solve your problems creatively and try to work around them, because it's just a much better way of fixing a problem in a movie. And really, movies are creative endeavors, he says, which they are. So why not solve your problems creatively instead of solving them with money? Because money isn't going to solve the problem. It's just going to cover it up, which is what a lot of Hollywood studios do now. Robert Rodriguez used a couple techniques to make his film look more expensive than it actually was. They spent $7,000 on this movie, which blew people away because nobody had ever done that before, and they were amazed. And he was considered a revolutionary filmmaker because of his style and his technique, which was be self-reliant, so he did everything himself. There was no crew. He did all the sound, all the video, all the editing, any effects that they had to do. He took care of all that himself. It was just him and the actors. Another thing that made him famous and he was revolutionary for was to look rich and be cheap. He would just find really simple ways to create really expensive looking things for his film, such as instead of renting a huge professional crane, which would have costed thousands of dollars, he stood on top of a ladder and filmed just from a high angle, and would lower the camera a little bit to make it look like a crane shot, which is really simple, costs absolutely no money, and it gives basically the same effect. And people get the idea, and they're excited because it looks like an expensive movie. Last thing he says, learn by doing. He emphasizes the fact that if you go to film school, if you want to go to film school, don't go to film school. He says take the $20,000 or whatever you're going to pay to go to film school and put it into your next movie. Write your movie, direct your movie, put your movie together, take it off to somewhere and try to get your name out. Don't go and spend money learning how to make a movie the professional, big budget way from a film school, because really what you need to do is learn how to make your movie your way and how to make it creatively and tell your own story, because they can't tell you how to make a story, how to tell a story, he says. He says that only you can tell your story, and only you can figure out how to make your movie your way and figure out what works for you so that you can be successful and be happy with what you're doing in the future. So really build yourself up on your own experiences and your own talent. Robert Rodriguez is also really inspiring to me because he built himself up on what he himself could learn, because this first feature film is what got him his name and what got him future movie deals, and now he's this big Hollywood director who came out with Sin City just a year ago, and I mean, he's getting huge deals with huge name actors, all because of this one movie that he made based on what he knew. And he learned how to edit himself. He learned how to write, he learned how to direct, he learned how to tell a story, he learned all this stuff just by himself. And he just emphasizes really that just to be dependent on yourself, be self-reliant, and to look rich and be cheap. To achieve really creative, really good-looking looks with really simple, basic techniques, which is what he did. And finally, to learn by doing, just to learn what works for you and how to make your own movie by just doing it. Just go out and make it. And then whatever didn't work, don't do it again. And whatever did work, do it again and try to add to it, try to fix the problems that happened on the previous project. Being a filmmaker myself, he's really inspiring to me, and it's really nice to read something like this and have him agree with and strengthen the ideas of being self-dependent and learning by doing that I already had, and looking rich by being cheap. Really, just doing what you can with what you can and make it look as best as you possibly can. So it was a really good book. I would definitely recommend it to anybody, especially making movies, but anybody in general. And just do it. Just try it. Get out there and make a movie. It'll be fun, I promise.